Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Dale Franklin, and this is Mondays with Dale. It's a meeting that we do the same time every week, and it's a place for you to basically come and keep up to date on what's going on. I got a few more I gotta let in here. And keep you up to date on what's going on. Create a place that you can kind of call family. So you have a place to come. You get to know some of the people on the call. You recognize them maybe the next time you come to a convention or whatever. And so you can build friendships. You can build a support group. Okay. Today, I'm going to be doing things a little bit different than normal. I'm going to run through the initial part because we have some good training coming up with Chris Bailey today. And I want to give him all the time possible so he can do what he wants to do. He's going to be doing a compensation training today, part one, and then going to get right into it even deeper next Monday, so that you can really really learn a lot about how to make yourself money and make your team money. Okay, so before we get to that, really quickly, for anybody who's new and wants to know this, if you have a pen and paper, my phone number you can reach me at is the +1 802 343 9075. That's again the +1 802 343 9075. That is a number you can reach me on WhatsApp, Telegram, Viber, regular texting. The only thing I ask, if you're going to actually call me, send me a message first so we can schedule a time, because I'm on the phone or on these Zoom calls as much as 12 to 14 hours a day. So if you call me just out of the blue, I may not be able to pick up. And if you call me, I want to be able to spend time with you and help you any way I can. So please message me first and let me know. I'm going to share my screen really quick before we get to Chris. And I just want you to know about this being available to you. Okay, this is dalefranklin.net. Okay, this is my own website, and yes, if I would discourage you from sending your prospects here, because they there's a potential for them being able to be tied to me, as far as enrolling under me. I wouldn't do that if I saw somebody that was brought to my attention that had happened. I certainly would work to fix it. But what this is more for is for reference material. Okay, so what you'd want to do here is, if you saw something you liked, you can always copy it and paste it in your own message boards or wherever, email to somebody, whatever you want to do. But bottom line, I want to give you access to as much information as possible. If you want to know more about me, there's Who is Dale. It tells us a little bit more about me. Here we have some of the products in the drop-down product list, where you can actually click on, like Fuel Factor X is, of course, a big one in Africa. And if you click on that, you're going to get a couple of videos. You're going to get a slideshow. You're going to get some more information. You're going to frequently asked questions, more video testimonials, and then a bunch of really important, commercial white papers, diesel fuel specification tests, all kinds of stuff that you can use if people ask specific questions about the product. I want you to have the ability to be a quasi-expert at what you're selling, so I'm trying to give you all the information I can. So that's one of the things you could do here. But the most important thing is connections. And with connections, you can come down here. I want you to be able to be tied into our community. I want you to have every bit of support you possibly can. And so you can come in here. You can join me by subscribing and giving me give me your email. You can get on Telegram. Telegram is something, if you don't have, you definitely want to download, because this is how our corporate office does most of its communications with Telegram. So here, if you use this Telegram application, you can download it, or you can just click on it and go into it. Here are a few of the groups that you can connect with: the Dale Franklin Network Telegram channel, My Daily Choice Latest News, which is right from corporate, and then the new Fun Chat on Telegram, which again is a huge group of affiliates that all work together. Same thing with WhatsApp. We have WhatsApp MDC Africa 2.0. We have some other groups here. We have Dale Franklin's information funnel, which is, I try to get as many people on that as possible so I can keep people up to date. If you're part of my immediate team or my prospect list, you're on that. If you have just joined through somebody else, if you're one of the leaders, come on here and invite your team onto it so they have access to the information. Or if you are new, just ask your upline or ask me to add you to the funnel, and you'll be able to keep up to date on what's going on. Okay. Then of course you can, there again is Facebook. You can join Facebook and then join all these Facebook groups. We have the Win Network, the Win Testimonials. That's both of those are based off of the huge group that's under Chris Robinson. We have Team We, which is the team under Chris Bailey, who's going to be speaking today. And then we have the Fun Network, the Freedom Unified Network, both the BizOp, the House of Brands, and training. These are all places you can go to get more information, to ask questions, to do whatever you need to help you be a stronger affiliate. Okay. The Win Testimonials, by the way, a lot of videos in there, a lot of people testifying about how well the products work for them. Very important that you use that, because it's a great sales tool. I'm going to skip YouTube just for a second. Come down here to Zoom meetings. We have Zoom meetings all the time. On Mondays, we have the Fun Power Push at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US, which is like 7 p.m. Kenya time, 6 p.m. South Africa time. We always have every Monday. We have Mondays with Dale, of course. Here is the time frames, the links you have to click on to come to it, password if you need it. And again, all kinds of other training, Cosmic Beauty Lounge for the countries that can sell our cosmetology. Again, more opportunity presentations. Wednesday, another Power Push. Every Thursday, we have a Fuel Factor X presentation with Chris Bailey and myself. And there's the link for that and the password for that. That's a place you can bring your people, your prospects, and let us do the work for you. Let us do the heavy lifting. We will do the presentation, and then you just go back and check with them, see if they're interested in becoming an affiliate, becoming a customer, or maybe referring somebody else that might be. Same thing. We have the Fridays Fun Power Push. One Saturday every month, which is usually the second Saturday of the month, we have a Super Saturday. It's 90 minutes long, a lot of great short 10-minute trainings from different leaders. It's fast paced, it's informative. I've never had anyone say they wish they hadn't gone to one of our Super Saturdays. And there again is the link and the password. So everything's there for you guys to take advantage of constant information, constant communication. And then if you go to YouTube, real quick, if we go to videos, it shows you all the videos like this one we're doing today. We record them all. Here's all the videos that for several years. There's a bunch of them. Okay. If you want to know a little bit more about specifics, you can go to playlists. Playlist breaks it down by training, Spanish subtitles, opportunity presentations, comp plan, etc. French subtitles, Ukrainian subtitles, Swahili subtitles. All the Super Saturdays are here in library. The one I am most proud of, though, is this first one, Starter Set. Okay, because this is 8 videos that I jokingly told somebody the other day. I said, if I go out and get hit by a truck, you're not going to miss a beat, because these eight videos will train you on everything you need to build this business. We have Chris Bailey doing a full opportunity presentation. We have Chris and myself doing an FFX presentation. We have Aaron Parker doing a high life travel overview on our prepaid travel savings. You have a back office training, which is a little over an hour long, walks you through how to use your website for both your customers and for yourself, as far as going into the back office and being trained, where all the information is, where to find the things you need to build your business, to keep up to date. The next one, relationship mapping, 33 minutes. I think that's one of the most valuable pieces of training you could have. Nadine Lewis teaches you how to build your business using friends on Facebook and keeping friends together. Friends working together with other friends creates a tight-knit group that can survive the tough times and can luxuriate in the with each other on the times when things are going really good. And then we have compensation training. We have a short version with Chris Robinson, just kind of really quickly goes over it. And then we have a part one and a part two by Chris Bailey, talking about the full compensation plan and how to maximize it for you and your team. We're lucky enough to have him today going to be doing the first part live. And next Monday, he'll be doing the second part. So pretty excited about having him here. So again, this is all stuff that you can get going to dalefranklin.net and then just scrolling through and checking it all out. So let me get out of that. So again, I'm trying to give you ways to communicate with me, ways to communicate with our groups, ways to have the support that you need. I don't want anyone to ever leave this business or feel that they failed in this business because of lack of support. So we're working like crazy to make sure that everything that could possibly be available to you is available to you. Now, having said all that, I'm going to just one last thing before we switch this over to Chris. We have an incentive program right now. There's a boot camp coming up in Budapest, Hungary. It's January 26th through the 30th. To be eligible for this incentive, you must buy a 16-pack of FFX from your own website so we can track you. If you make 5K affiliate by the end of this month, we're going to pay for your ticket to that boot camp. If you make 10K, we're going to pay for your ticket and your hotel room. And if you hit 25K, we're going to pay for your ticket, your hotel room, and your airfare. The program goes through December 31st. You need just a couple things. If you're going to try to do this, you got to remember you're going to need a visa to get into Hungary, but it's a real easy one to get. But you want to be planning now to get it. And for those who tried to go to our international convention in the U.S. and couldn't get there because of COVID restrictions, there are none of those restrictions in Hungary, so you won't have to deal with that. So on to introducing our guest today. Our guest, Chris Bailey. Him and I have been friends for I guess we're pushing 14 years now. Fantastic person. He's gone to the top in multiple companies. He's a 50K affiliate with our company right now, and I have no doubt that's just a stepping stone to many higher ranks going forward. He's a top leader, a top trainer, a top motivator. The thing I always talk about him is the fact that he's so excellent at developing leaders, creating basically a team of lieutenants that can help build his business, and in turn, by learning from him and learning how to lead, then they can replicate that by training their people and creating their leaders. And so that's the reason he has grown so fast and so huge with so many companies, because he knows how to duplicate what he's good at within his leadership. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to my friend, my mentor, Chris Bailey. Chris, are you online?
Yeah, Dale, can you hear me really good?
I can. Coming in fantastic.
All right, I'm out of town. I'm on travel. So I'm setting up a remote base station today to make sure that we can get this training done. Super excited. First, before we get started, guys, I want to give it back to Dale. As most of you all know, he and I work hand in hand. We're tight as nails. And, you know, our whole goal is to help as many people all over the world have success with My Daily Choice. We believe that this is the best company out there, hands down. And as Dale said, I've been around the block. I've been with some of the biggest companies in the industry. And by far, I believe My Daily Choice is the best company to be with. So your timing for anybody that's in here now is perfect. It's an amazing company. And I'm going to share some of the compensation plan with you. And as Dale said, next week, I'll be going over strategy. So today, I'm going to go over the compensation plan page by page, just so you'd understand everything that's written there. Because if you're like most people, you know, it takes a while to really understand it. You know, the best way I say to understand it is to start making a lot of money, and then you'll kind of start figuring out how it all comes together. So super excited about that. So thanks again, Dale, and thanks for having me. I love these Mondays with Dale. They're actually my favorite trainings. I love being on here, and I love our excitement, our team, our global team. It's always really great to see people from all over the world on these Zooms. So super excited. Before we get started, I just want to recognize a great friend of mine over in Nigeria. He just hit 5K affiliate, Elder. I know he's online and super excited. Elder, if you could just take a couple of quick minutes, or actually not even a couple of quick minutes, just say something really fast because I got a lot of training to do. I'm actually want to do a really good recognition for Elder on Thursday's call. So make sure that everybody has their whole team on Thursday so that we can give him the recognition that he deserves. He's a rock star. He's solid in this business, and he's helping a whole lot of people. But just really quickly, man, just give us a couple of words of encouragement.
Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate everybody online today. I just want to say the secret of success in life, which personally I've experienced, is ability to say no to failure, to say no to quitting, even when there is obvious challenges that it appears is not going to be. If you believe yourself and you believe in the system you are running, like I believe in my daily choice, I believe in my ability, and therefore I refuse to give up, even when I'm faced with obvious challenges from everywhere, from every quarter. I refuse to say no to failure. That is what I have for everybody. Don't give up. Be steadfast. Be committed. Believe yourself. Don't accept failure at the ultimate. Don't fail before, if some people fail before they start. I share with my people. This is four philosophy I watch against that I believe can be a source of failure for anybody. If you have any of these philosophy, there are four. I share with them. Be humble enough. Don't be proud. Don't be proud. Pride is not good for success. And secondly, laziness, procrastination is not good for success. And thirdly, express of failure before you start. Always see the impossibility. No, don't do that. And lastly, give yourself to learning. Ignorance is a stumbling block to success. If you watch against these four philosophy that can make person fail and work against it and determine, I can assure you, ultimately, you will have the success. You will have the reality. By the grace of God, I'm just starting. God is going to help us. Thank you. I'm very, very grateful for your support. My good, sponsor, my boss in this business, always encouraging, always there, anytime I need the assistance of Chris Bailey, is always available. I say thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right, man, congratulations. Thanks for those wonderful words. You're such an amazing leader, man. You're getting everything that you deserve, and so happy to see your success. Now, what we want to do, guys, is we want to take all the advice the Elder just put out there, man, and put it to work, because everything he says is the same thing that I say all the time. And we're just super excited to see things popping off and happening throughout, all over the world with our company. So with that being said, we're going to show you some of the 5K affiliate, what happens with it. You're going to see the rewards that the Elder is receiving right now. So we're super excited about that. But guys, as Elder said, we're going to pop it off and we're going to run, and we're going to just want to see everybody go to the top. So before I get started, Dale kind of gave you an overview of me. Let me give you a little bit more of my background. I am a network marketer full-time. I've been full-time in network marketing for about the last 16 years. Dale and I, Josh Dewaygo, our CEO, Chris Robinson, all of us met in a company years ago. And the only product we had was the Fuel Factor X. And we all had so much success. We all became friends. The funny thing is, hardly any of us were on the same teams with that company. But this is the great thing about network marketing. And this is why you should always make big events, because we all met at each other at big events. Even Chris Robinson didn't know Josh Dewaygo. We all met at big events. And now we're a team, a family, and we're unstoppable because of the relationships that we built in past companies. So to take it further along, after I left that company, I went with some of the biggest companies in the world in network marketing, the world's #1 travel business. I was with that company we did over $1 billion in a year. I was with the world's #1 fastest growing home-based business that did 100 million in their first year, faster than any other company in history. So I've been with some really great companies. And it's very important that you understand that, because for me to say that this company, to me, is the best home-based business on the planet speaks volume. And I'm speaking from experience, not just hype or saying it because I'm with this company. All right. So let's go over the comp plan. So today, what I'm going to do is just go over the comp plan, book by book, page by page that's written. They have a new compensation plan in the back office. When I went to look at it and review it this morning, I was like, oh, this is the new one. So I haven't seen it until this morning. But I really like it because it clarified some of the questions I have with some of the changes of the comp plan. So I'm able to finally see that in writing. Now, next week is when I'm gonna go over the strategies, all right? Next week is probably gonna be more important than today. So today, what I want you all to do is, if you have any questions, Dale, if you can monitor the chat line as I'm going along, if people have questions, they can ask about the comp plan. So what I'd like for everybody to do is print off the comp plan, after today. If you don't have it now, it'd been nice if everybody would have had it to follow along. But if you don't, then print it off and kind of review, because again, this is recorded, so you can review it and make sure that you understand it as best as possible. All right. Then next Monday, I'll be going over some serious strategies, showing you building techniques, cool things that'll help build the compensation for you and your team, how you can help other people on your team be successful through the compensation plan, and just everything you need to know. That's going to be really, really detailed and really serious. So Dale showed you that we already, I did 2 recordings before. I basically did this same training before, where I did one session as the compensation, and then the second session as the strategy. Well, now the compensation plan is different than it was back then. So this is basically a redo. So today is going to be pretty much the first one, and then next week will be the second one. But this is what I want you to understand, that the compensation plan is even better now than it was back then. Okay, so it's really, really awesome. I love the fact that our co-founders are always trying to make things better for us. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going kind of back and forth with sharing my screen and sharing the whiteboard. But first, I'm going to start with sharing my screen. I'm going to walk through some of the beginning of the compensation plan. And then we're going to, after that, we're going to, hold on, let me move this stuff around a little bit. Then we're going to go to the whiteboard to kind of bring some of it together that may be a little challenging to understand. Okay. All right. So again, after today and next week, play with the compensation plan, go through your back office, look at all the reports and everything that you can see in the back office, go do your dashboard and those things. So when next week comes, if you have any additional questions, we'll be able to answer those as well. All right. Okay, so let's just let me scroll through the compensation plan. I'm going to pause it on the pages, go over some stuff. Most stuff I won't have to go to the whiteboard, but after I probably finish it, then that's when I'll go to the whiteboard and kind of bring some of the stuff together. All right, so you can kind of see how it all comes together. All right, so first, let's just talk about the difference between affiliate and preferred customer. So the compensation plan has been modified to really focus on getting customers with the company. Okay, so it's a big difference from what it was. And this is what I love about our co-founders. They were smart enough to recognize that one of the biggest trends right now is the social media influencers. Okay, so social media influencers, they want to make money, and you see them promoting products with a lot of companies, but they don't want to build a network marketing business. So we have our compensation plan now modified that if you have a social influencer that you might want to introduce to this, they can literally make a lot of money without having to build a business with My Daily Choice. So that's one of the biggest adjustments that came out of this. Now, what I love about it is it really puts more money back in our pockets as we acquire customers as well. And if you know anything about the direct sales network marketing industry, one of the things that you want to make sure is that your company is getting more customers than they are affiliates. Okay, it keeps us out of trouble from being what a lot of people try to call a pyramid scheme and all that kind of stuff when you're getting customers. And our company has a really great ratio, probably one of the best in the industry, of customers to affiliates. Okay, now if you look at the chart there, the only difference between a customer and affiliate is if someone signs up to become a customer, and if they refer someone, they're basically going to be earning gift cards that they can get free product. And if you're affiliate, if you're referring someone, you can earn commissions. Okay, and you could build a team, you could build a business. It's a whole different ball game than becoming a preferred customer. Now, a preferred customer or an affiliate will get their own website link, so that if a customer wants to refer someone, they'll have their website to send them, and so that they can use it to make additional orders as well. Okay, so here's the difference for me. I've always pushed everyone to become an affiliate. All right, so if I in the past, if I introduce someone to it, I'd be like, look, it's the same cost of the products. The products don't change in price if you're a customer or affiliate, but go ahead and get you a free spot in the tree, just in case you change your mind. I don't do that anymore, because the upfront payout on customers now is greater than what it is if you bring in people that's becoming affiliates and just sitting in your tree. All right, so that's a big difference. So if someone wants to become a customer, let them become a customer. All right. All right, so that's number one. Let's go to customer acquisition bonuses. Okay, so this is something new here. This is the customer acquisition bonuses. So before, and you'll see when we get to when you sign up a new affiliate, how that happens. That's how it used to happen for customers now, but they've changed that. That now what happens with the customer acquisition bonus is before, the old comp plan is, and it's still this way for if you sign up affiliates, the first month, and it goes by calendar month, the first month you earn bonuses, and then every month after that, the volume would go into the binary tree. Well, now the customer acquisition bonus, you get that every month. Okay, so what it does is it puts more upfront money in your pocket. So that customer, over and over again, every time that they order, you're going to qualify for this bonus. Now, I consider everybody on here serious business partners. I don't talk about if you're unraked, a builder, or a director. Everything from this point forward will be discussing that everyone is an executive in My Daily Choice and on the Zoom. If you are not an executive, you need to upgrade to become an executive, because no one's in this business to make some of the money. We're all here to make all of the money. Okay, so make sure that you're at the executive level. If you don't know how to do that, you'll get more information. And then there are some variables in different countries, so you may want to get to your sponsor to get any questions answered about being an executive. All right. Okay, so as you can see, these are the customer acquisition bonuses. these are paid out every single time your customers order. If that customer orders now, and then 90 days from now places another order, this is how it happens, okay? So basically, we go everything off of the business volume of the products, right? So we all know that each one of the products has BV attached to them, and based on that BV is percentages, all right? So what happens is every time that that customer orders, 20% of the business volume, so just to keep the numbers round, let's say they order 100 BV of product, okay? If they order 100 BV of product, 20% of that, or 20 BV in this case, will go into your binary tree every single month, okay? Every single order, every single time. If they order 3 times in a month, 20% of that is going into the binary tree. And I'm gonna go over the binary tree in just a little bit. And 80% of that, okay, is left. Now, if you're an executive, you earn in cash 50% of the 80%, all right? So in reality, that's 40%, okay? But let's keep it to the company's numbers. You're going to earn 50% of the 80%. So let's put all this in dollars, in US dollars. So if you had 100 BV order, 20% or 20 BV will go into the binary tree, and binary checks are paid out monthly. 80% of that is left over. You get in cash 50% of the 80%. So in this case, 80 BV would be left over. So you would earn 40 US dollars. Okay. So that's how it works. The customer bonuses, and that's every time any customer ever orders. Okay. So that's your level 1. Level 1 is your personals. Level 2 is the people you enroll. So let's say, for example, if Dell enrolled me, okay, and I went and got a customer, that would be Dell's level 2. So in that case, if they had 100 BV, all right, and 20% went in the tree, Dell would get 10% of that 80, which is basically $8, okay, which is not bad. Dell didn't do anything. He got $8, and he got 10 people that did that. So Dell got $80 that week, all right? So as you can see, this stuff can really start compounding based on everybody acquiring customers, all right? So hopefully everybody got that. All right, custom mastery bonus. Okay, this is really cool. This is another new part of the compensation plan. So this is basically teaching your team to get customers. All right. So there is a document in the back office called the 10 and 2 document. And that's something that I've trained on. And the 10 and 2 document is for every new person to come aboard and get 10 new customers and 2 new affiliates, okay? So based on that, if everybody's getting their 10 customers, then that's going to generate a lot of customer volume, all right? So what happens is, if you have a team, and let's say you have a team, it don't even matter what the numbers are, it's all based on volume. So if you have a team that generates 5,000 in customer volume, you're going to get a $250 bonus. How cool is that? Okay. Now, the way that the volume is broken down, you can only have, well, I'm not going to say only because this is a really large number. You can get 75%, up to 75% of that volume from any one enrollment tree. Okay. So let me explain to you what an enrollment tree is. An enrollment tree is people you personally sponsor. So let's say, for example, I sign up Dell Franklin and I sign up Ursula Jacobs, okay? And Dell and Ursula are each signed up by me. They're my enrollments, okay? So they would, what we would consider my enrollment tree, and each one of them will be an enrollment tree leg. Now, if Ursula signs up 50,000 people and Dell signs up 5,000 people, all right, all that's my enrollment tree, all right, because I enrolled those 2 and they enrolled those people, but each one of them count as their own individual leg. So everything that Ursula and her team does is one leg, and everything that Dell and his team does is another leg, okay? So with the 5,000, I can get up to 75% of that 5,000 from one leg. Okay. So for example, if Dell did, let's say, for example, 10,000 in customer volume, right? I can use 75% of that to count towards the 5,000. And the reason why this is in place is because, let's say, for example, if Ursula had someone that she signed up and that one person got 5,000, and if Ursula got the 5,000 points, and then I got the 5,000 points, then Dale got the 5,000, the company would run out of money very quickly, okay? Because one person on the bottom made everybody else get it. So it's in place to save the company from going out of business, all right? So in other words, you can't just sign up one person, they do it, and everybody in the tree gets the bonus, all right? So you have to have at least 2 enrollment tree legs with 75% max coming from any one enrollment tree leg. Now, if you got a whole bunch of people you sign up, that increases everything dramatically. Again, a lot of that will be going over in the strategy session next week. Okay, so I'll be playing with these numbers, putting them in place so that you can actually see it on the whiteboard. All right, but that's a great new bonus that just rolled out. Okay, now we have the company global bonus pool. This is really simple. If you get 4 new customers or affiliates that place an order of 40 BV, and these are calendar months, so whatever the first of the month is to the last day of the month, for every 4, you get 1 share of the bonus pool. Okay, and you know, if they got 40 BV or 100 BV, whatever it is, they count as 1. It doesn't matter if they're affiliate, and it doesn't matter if they're a customer. It can be all affiliates, it can be all the customers, it could be 2 affiliates, 2 customers. It's all brand new orders though. It's new people with new orders, okay? So if it's somebody that joined last month, and let's say they joined, but they never placed the order, they will count this month. But if they joined last month and they placed an order, they will not count for this month. So it's a new order for a new person. Okay, for every 4. So there are some people in the company that are super sales people that go out and they get, 100 customers, every single month. So as you can see, 100 customers, you're going to get what, 25 shares of the bonus pool, right? So every 4 get you a share of the bonus pool. So there's no limit to the amount of shares that you can get. So if you go out and you get a bunch of new customers, any calendar month, you're going to get a bunch of shares of the pool. The shares are somewhere around $50. It could be a little less, it could be a little more, somewhere around that for each share. But when you start adding it all together, when you're getting all that customer acquisition bonus, then you're getting the bonus pool money, you're getting the customer pool money, man, it could equal a whole lot of money once it's all added together. All right, so that's that. Okay, Jumpstart bonuses. Okay, so the Jumpstart bonuses are very similar to the customer acquisition bonuses. So Jumpstart bonuses are for affiliates only. Customer acquisition bonuses are for customers only. So there's the difference. The difference is this is for affiliates. Customer acquisition bonus is for customers. Now, this bonus is very similar to the customer acquisition bonus in the first month. So what happens is when someone new signs up as an affiliate, it's almost the exact same as if they signed up as a customer. If you sponsor them, you're going to get 20% going to the binary tree, and then 80% is what the payout is, where you're earning 50% of that 80%, just like you're doing a customer acquisition bonus. Okay. The difference is every month after the first month, all affiliates go right into the binary tree. So 100% of it goes into the binary tree after the first month. So for example, if I come in under you and I'm affiliate and I do a 100 BV order, you're going to earn that $40 up front, just like you did it with your customer, right? It's the same amount. But the second month, if I did a 100 BV order, it'll be 100 BV in your binary tree, okay? Because this is geared towards builders. These are people that are building a business, and this is why you want to separate your customers from affiliates. so that you actually are building a business. Okay. Hopefully you got that one. Oh, and by the way, as you can see, that goes a lot of levels deep. The higher you go in rank, the more levels that you get. Okay. And this is really cool because as you can see, you know, if you're an executive, if someone signs up on your 4th level, you're going to get 5%. All right. And I'm telling you, if you have a few new people on your 2nd level, a few new people on your 3rd level, a few new people on your 4th level, all that stuff really adds up and it turns out to be a nice amount of money. All right. So you want to create momentum and always have your team growing every single month. All right. Now, binary commissions. Okay. Now, I am going to break down on the whiteboard more about the binary in detail and the differences between the enrollment tree and the binary tree. Okay. So basically, just to scroll back, when you're looking at jumpstart bonuses, that's enrollment. Okay. When you enroll someone, they're your level 1. All right. And if you enroll 100 people, they're all your level 1. All right. And then, so every time someone enrolls, you have to place them in the tree. Okay. And there's strategies to that. And that's what I'm going to be training on next week. But for today, I'm definitely going to be showing you the basis of it. All right. So the binary tree, which is by far the most lucrative I've seen in the industry. Give you an example. Let's just look at the ranks and the monthly earning potential. The company I was with right before I joined My Daily Choice, the company was a $1 billion a year company, but the max that anyone could make in the binary tree was $50,000 a month, the max. So we had these people who had 300,000 people on their teams, and the max they were making was $50,000 a month, where here, the max is $2 million a month. All right. So this is another one of those reasons that My Daily Choice is definitely the best comp plan that I've seen in the industry. All right. So we have, you know, ultra high earning potentials. And this is why My Daily Choice has some of the top earners in the world, and we're still a small company. Okay. So the way this works is you have to place people on your left leg and people on your right leg as you're enrolling them. So for example, if I sign up 4 people, I probably will place 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Now you control this, and this is something I'll be training on next week, but you actually control where these people go. And if they're customers or affiliates, customers go in the binary tree as well, not just affiliates. Okay. So you can control, if you go into your settings and go into enrollment settings, you can choose if you want them to go on your left leg, right leg, if you want them to go in the holding tank, lesser leg, greater leg. So there's, I recommend that everyone always have it set to holding tank. Okay. Holding tank is when you sign someone up, then you can manually choose where you want them to go. All right. There are strategies that I'm going to show you next week why that's an awesome way to be able to do that. But for today, we're not going to go into that detail, but I recommend it. And then if you have questions and you don't know where you should place people, what you can do is just set it to holding tank. And then when you get a sign up, contact your leader and say, hey, what should I do with this person? And we'll walk you through the best thing to do. Okay. All right. So the way the binary tree works, and this is a goal. All right. So I have multiple goals every single month, and this is probably the primary goal, is to be binary qualified every single month. There's a big pay out based on the binary. Okay. So again, what you want to do is at the very minimum, place 2 people in your left leg and 2 people in your right leg. Now, eventually you might wind up placing 20 in your left, 20 in your right, whatever. But for at least the basic, you want to do 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Okay. Now, for you to be binary qualified, and again, this is just another way to get paid. So we get paid so many different ways. So every time you're sponsoring people every week, you're getting paid the very next week. So when someone new signs up this week, you get paid next week. All right. Now, so the customer acquisition bonuses, all the bonuses that I've shown you, except for the bonus pool, is paid out every single week. Now we're going into the monthlies, which is the bonus pool that's paid out once a month. And so is this. It's paid out on the first Thursday of every single month. So the way this works is you have to have at least 40 personal volume or 80 personal customer volume. Okay, so you can have either or. If you're a super customer go-getter, you don't have to purchase products to become active in this company, which is really cool. But again, that's really made for social influencers. We all want to use the product, right? We need stories about the product, so we want to use product. So even though I get hundreds and hundreds of customer volume every single month, I still purchase products. Okay, so it could be either or you could do both, but you have to have at least 40 BV personal or 80 personal customer volume for yourself. And then in your left leg and right leg, you have to have 90 BV of personal enrollment. Okay, now the 90 BV can be divided up by, it doesn't matter how many people. Okay, so it could be 2 people, one person have 40 BV, one person have 50 BV, that's 90. Okay, it could be one person with 90. Okay, whatever it is. Now, the great thing is the back office tracks this, and you can actually click on your dashboard and you can see if you're binary qualified or if you're a little short or if you need something, it shows you that as well. Okay, again, that's going to be on next week's training. Okay, so that makes you binary qualified. You having 40 personal, 90 in your left, 90 in your right, or if you had 80 personal customer volume. Okay, now that does not mean you're going to get a check yet. The check is drafted up when you have 300 BV in your lesser leg or more. Okay, so if it's in your lesser leg, that means your greater leg is going to have 300 or more as well. Now the great thing is the every month whatever BV is left over rolls over. So let's say, for example, you're binary qualified this month. You have 90 on your left, you have 90 on your right, but you don't have 300 in your lesser leg yet. And let's say you have 100 right now. The 100 will roll over to the next month. So let's say, for example, next month you'll start off with 100, and then you just need to add 2 more 100. All right. And if you don't do it that month, it all rolls over to the very next month. All right. So what's really cool about that, let's say, for example, you have one person signed up in your lesser leg, and that one person gets 100 BV every month. That means that they'll every 3 months that would draw a check, because the rollover from the 1 month to the second month to the third month will make 300 BV. Right. But we don't want that, right? We want to build a big team. We want to have 300 or more every single month, and every month we're generating binary checks. Right. This is a very, very important part of the compensation plan. Make sure that every single month you're striving to be binary qualified, and you're teaching your team to do the same thing. Okay, now leadership check matching. Okay, this is a really, really great way to get paid, and it's the best that I've seen. I've been with companies that had check matching, and those checks would be so small. Here, check matching can be your biggest paycheck every single month. All right, it can be huge. Okay, so what check matching is it's all based on the binary. This is why you want to create a culture of everybody being binary qualified, because that's where the check matching comes from. You don't check match any other thing but the binary checks. Okay, and you can see you can track all of this through your back office. You can make sure you're looking at who's binary qualified. All that's in your back office. So check match is basically this. Let's say, for example, I sponsored Dale Franklin. Okay, Dale's binary qualified. Matter of fact, Dale has a big team, which Dale does. So Dale, let's say if Dale out of his monthly check, let's say Dale gets $10,000 in a binary check. Okay, and let's say I signed up Dale. So Dale is my level 1, right? So if Dale got 10,000 in binary, I get a bonus check from the company of 30% of that, which is $3,000. Okay, now what if you have 5 people that are like Dale that all earn $10,000 in their binary checks, okay, you're going to earn 15,000. All right. This is where it gets really cool. This is where you want to create leaders that are binary qualified, and you want to help them get big binary checks, okay? Because you're going to check match it. Now, next week, I'm going to teach you a really, really cool strategy on how to drive this check up, okay? And with the same volume that you would normally have, I'm going to show you a strategy on how to drive up the check matching by helping your team with your personally sponsored people, okay? So it's going to be really cool. But now, this is where this thing gets really cool. So let's say, for example, I have Dale and I got 4 other people like Dale that all made 10,000. So I've made 15,000 just from my level 1. But can't we all agree that Dale probably going to have a bunch of leads? If he's making 10,000 a month, he definitely got some people on his team making 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 3,000. The great thing about this opportunity is nobody can do it by themselves. Right? You got to help a lot of people be successful. That's how you become successful. So Dale's going to have a whole bunch of people that he also is check matching at 30%. Now, here's the cool thing. So let's say, for example, Dale got 5 people that's all making, let's say 5,000 each. Okay. So Dale is going to get 30% of that, all right, which is basically what, 15, I can't, whatever the number, all right. But basically 30% of 15,000, which is a little over somewhere around 5,000. Okay. So, but here's the cool thing. Those will be my level 2 people. Dale's my level 1, but all his top people are his level 1, but my level 2. So if they all earn 5,000 and it's 5 of them, which is 25,000, I earn 20% of that. So I earn 15 from my level 1, okay? And his level 1 is a total of 15,000, right? So I earn 20% of that, which is another 3,000, all right? So I earn level 1, 15,000, level 2, 3,000, all right? Guys, I'm telling you, this thing adds up and it keeps going, going, going. So we want to create a culture of everybody being binary qualified, right? Because it's going to help you make big checks and your team make big checks, all right? So that's a really, really great way to get paid. Okay, rank achievement bonuses. This is really cool. So every time you hit a rank in this company, the company's going to give you a bonus check, all right? So let's show what those are. So when you hit the 1K affiliate, you get a $100 bonus. You hit 5K, you're going to get $500 bonus. So as we saw, Elder just hit 5K. Now, what's really cool is he did that through customers. So he's getting a big bonus checks on the weekly. But then at the end of the month, he's also going to get another $500 because he hit 5K affiliate. Okay, so you can see how this really starts adding up to be a lot of money. All right, now that check is paid out on the first Thursday of the month. So he'll get an extra $500 on his check. Okay. Now, what's really cool is after you get the one-time rank bonus, the very next month, you start getting the monthly bonus. So as you look over to the right, a 5K affiliate earns an extra $150 a month. Okay. Which is, again, all this stuff really comes together because as you're ranking up. So let's say, for example, you get to 50K affiliate, you see you earn a $5,000 one-time bonus, but you earn $1,000 a month as long as you maintain that rank, okay? Now, in the case that, let's say you hit 50K affiliate, you got the bonus, you even earned $1,000 a month, but then your business maybe take a hit, and let's say if you drop down to 25K affiliate, you're going to still get that $500, all right? So you don't lose the spot. Okay, so it's really cool. Now, one thing I do want to say is that everything is accumulative. Let's say, for example, you are new to the business and you hit 1K, 5K, and 10K all in the same month. You're going to get all 3 of the bonuses, all right, which is really, really cool. Okay, all right, so those are the rank bonuses. Hey, isn't it cool that, you can get a $500,000 one-time bonus? This is one thing that this company does that I haven't ever seen in the industry. Every company that I've seen that gives these rank bonuses, they give them spread out over time because it's a lot of money. Okay. For example, let's say 100,000 at super affiliate. When people will hit that in other companies, what the company will do is say, look, we're going to give you $10,000 a month for 10 months. All right. Now, here's the problem with that. If you drop and lose your rank, which does happen sometimes, then you disqualify. You don't get the rest. So let's say you only got 10,000 for 3 months and you drop the rank in the 4th month. They're not going to give you the rest of that money. All right. They're going to say, oh, you didn't hold it. You only got 30,000. So they gave you this big old check on stage that said you were going to get 100,000, but you only see 30,000 of it. This company gives it all to you in a lump sum, period. Okay. Which is really cool. All right. So you do get that money. Now, the difference is that you see at the higher ranks, 50K and above, you have to hold it for 2 months. Okay. And then the higher 90 days, you have to hold it for 3 months. Then they give it to you in the lump sum, which is really, really cool. All right. Okay. Let's get to the bottom here. All right. Last thing is the rank requirements. Again, this is something new they added, is the personal customer volume. So you can actually hit and hold ranks by getting a lot of customers or a lot of customer volume. My position, again, I have the customer volume every single month, but I also I'm addicted to all the products, man. I get all kinds of products every single month. So you want to be a product of the product. I strongly encourage, even if you're getting the customers, to still continue to purchase the product for yourself, but you don't have to. That's the beautiful thing. All right. So in this case, let's look at 5K affiliate. You have to, you have to have all the requirements for 5K that we went over, but you have to have at least 90 personal volume or 180 customer volume. Okay. That's personal customers. So if I got 5 customers that went out there and ordered the, actually, if I got 2 that ordered the 90 BV or above, you can hold your rank. Okay. Then you have to have 3 personals that have the exact same thing, that has to have 90 BV personal or 100 BV. So this is for builders. Okay. These are people that are building a business. You have to have that in place in order to hit these ranks. Okay. All right. So that's it for the documentation part. I just want to show a little bit on the whiteboard, but again, next week, it's going to be a lot of whiteboard, a lot of strategy. But today I just want to really show you the main difference because a lot of people have a tough part of, I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, okay, I'm good. A lot of people have a tough time seeing and understanding the difference between the enrollment tree and the binary tree. Okay, so I want to kind of break that down for you really quickly. Let me do this. Okay, let me see if this, because I'm not seeing me full on the screen. I'm speaker, show self view. Full screen. Still not seeing only me. Okay, I'll figure it out. All right, so Dale, if you could give me a good thumbs up if you can see the whiteboard totally. All right, okay, guys, really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna just share with you how the differences are between the enrollment tree and the binary tree so you can really get a good understanding. All right. So can you see the names, Dale? Okay, it's kind of tough. Let's do this. Let's move it in a little closer. Y'all not going to see much of me, but you'll see the whiteboard. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so in this case, all right, so if you don't see, this is the enrollment tree. So let's say, for example, you signed up 4 people, and those 4 people are John, Ursula, Tina, and Dale. All right. You just built yourself a powerhouse team, right? So what happens is these are the enrollments, right? So remember, every time that you enroll a new affiliate, and they place their first order, let's say if they all ordered 100 BV, okay, you will earn $40 in the bonus, okay, from each one of them, okay, and that happens in their first calendar month that they sign up. All right, now, but they're affiliates because that's what these enrollments are. They're all affiliates. So what happens is every time you sign someone up, and if you run a report, you can see your enrollment tree, but you have to manually say, where do I want to place them in my binary? Okay, this is very important because this is the strategies that I'm going to be teaching you next week. But I want you to understand that every single person you enroll, whether it's a customer or an affiliate, they are part of your enrollment tree, and they are each what we consider legs. All right, this is one leg, this is another leg, this is another leg, this is another leg. All right, so that's 4 legs of enrollment. All right, binary is always 2 legs, left leg, right leg. Right, they're just different legs. So let's say, for example, you enroll John, all right, the first person, 100 BV, we're going to put him right here. That's John. All right, you enroll Ursula, that's your second person. Okay, we're going to put her in the other leg. Guess what you are now? You're binary qualified. Right, now your third person is Tina. Okay, you might place Tina in this leg. All right, and then your first person is Dale, you may place Dale over here. All right, so now in this case, you enrolled all of them, but you had to place them somewhere in the tree. Okay, now what I'm going to teach you next week is how to place people at the right places to strategically build your checkup and to help them build their checks up. All right, also what I'm going to be teaching you next week is strategies on how to build, because if this is you that you enroll, right, that's you, okay, well, somebody enrolled you, so they're above you, and guess what, someone enrolled them that's above them. So I'm going to teach you strategies on how one leg is your power leg. Okay, and so I'm going to teach you how to build in what we call a zigzag function where everyone has a power leg. All right, so I'm going to teach all of that. Also, I'm going to teach you things like spillover. All right, so let's say, for example, if this is Dale Franklin and Dale signed you up, there's you, right? And if Dale signs someone up and he places them down here and they have 100 BV, guess what? Now you have 300 BV in that leg. Now you had nothing to do with them, but because Dale has to place people in the left leg or right leg, and if he decided to in this left leg in this case, you'd have 100 BV. And then if that person signs up someone else, you got another 100 BV. All right. So I'm going to teach how all that comes together. But just for the basis of today, I just want to show you that every time you enroll someone, that's your enrollment leg. Right. And if you want to rank up and all that stuff, when it says you can get, 50% from one leg, they're talking enrollment legs. Okay. But then the binary, right, everybody that you personally enroll, you have to place them in the binary tree. All right. So again, I'm going to teach you strategies next week on how to maximize this, but I just wanted you to understand the difference between the enrollment tree and the binary tree. Binary tree is left leg, right leg. Enrollment tree is everyone that you sign up, everyone that they sign up, and so forth. All right. I might need to do 2 more trainings because when we're going over strategies and how all this comes together, it's going to be comprehensive. So take this week to study the comp plan, to review everything that I went over so that you understand how it works. Okay. And then next week, it's going to be advanced training because I'm going to expect everyone on here to be top leaders of this company. All right. So you're going to need to know the strategies on how to help your team maximize their checks along with maximizing your check. So with that being said, Dale, that's it for today's portion of training. I hope that someone got something. Are there any questions in the chat at all? No questions. All right. Again, guys, I've just wanted to follow the structure of the, just going through the paperwork and showing each one of those sections on how they work. And then next week, we're going to put it into play and, make it all come together. Might even do another week where we do some testing and see you know, who's been paying attention and understanding. You know, we could throw some things out like saying, hey, if we had this and you had somebody, what would you do with them, right? So there's a lot of other things. And one other really cool thing that you need to do is, from a leader standpoint, is pay attention to your team. How because we've had times where people weren't binary qualified and all they needed was like 10 BV, and they would have been binary qualified and get $1,000 check, but they don't know the comp plan, right? They're not really paying attention, so they don't know that. But you got to understand, if you help them make $1,000, you just made 300 because you get 30%. All right. So so there are strategies with that as well. So we could do compensation over and over again. It's just my favorite thing. I'm a compensation plan guy. I've studied a lot of companies' compensation plans. And just a quick story, guys. When Josh Wagle started this company, and you know, he told me, he's like, Chris, you ought to come aboard. You know, I'm gonna be paying 85% business volume out. My personal thought was, there's no way this guy's going to be able to sustain paying 85% business volume out. That's the only reason I didn't join My Daily Choice when they started. I just like, there's no way this guy's going to pay out this money. And guess what? All right, 7 years later, we're still paying out 85%. And this is why we have top earners in the industry with much smaller numbers than they would if they were with some other company. All right. So that being said, Dale, I want to turn it back over to you. Thanks so much for having me. Hopefully everybody got something out of today. I hope that I help someone understand more about the comp plan than they understood beforehand. But what I do is just letting you guys know, I sleep with the comp plan. When I first joined the company, I print it off. And what I do is, each one of those sections I went over, I would study it and reread it till I understand it. And then I'll scratch it off. And then usually there's one or two areas or, you know, points that I just don't get, but I keep reading it every night. And then the light bulb will go off and be like, oh, now I understand how that works. All right. So that's what I suggest everybody do. And that way you can fully understand it. And then next week, we're going to rock and roll, guys. I'm going to show you some fun, lucrative strategies to help you maximize these checks that My Daily Choice is trying to give us. So with that being said, back over to you, Dale. Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. You know, as you said, this is it's a very, there's a lot to this comp plan. And, you know, I think back to when I talked to Josh Wagle way back when he was like 19 and he first got into network marketing. And he told me, he said, you know, he said, I went out there my first month in the business. He says, I really didn't know what I was doing. And I certainly didn't understand the comp plan. But at the end of the month, I got a check for $5,000. He says, that meant more to me than understanding the comp plan. All I knew was this company just sent me $5,000. So learn the comp plan as you go, but just continue to build the way that we train you to build, and the money will be there. Okay. Last thing before we go, I just want to mention Ursula Jacobs. Ursula has enrolled, I believe, 17 people in less than a week.
Woo-hoo! Go Ursula!
Well, way to go, Ursula. Fantastic job. And that's what can happen when you build this business with a sense of urgency. And she starts building, and then she helps her people build, and their people build. When I go to South Africa in February, I have no doubt she's going to have a huge team ready, and we're just going to explode that from there. So congratulations, Ursula. Fantastic job. I'm looking forward to working with you and your team as we go. Everybody else, I won't be speaking to you until after Christmas. The next one will be after the Christmas holidays. So Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and friends. And we'll be on next Monday where Chris is going to give us the advanced training. And again, just Chris, fantastic job. Thank you so much for helping us with this. And as I always tell you guys at the end of every one of these, and again, we're running over a little bit this week, but we had a lot of good information to give you. I love every one of you. I have no ulterior reason for doing this, except I want to see as many people as possible succeed and reach their financial goals. And the year 2023, if you stay in this and you participate and you do what you need to do in this business, how we train you, 2023, you're gonna look back on it years now and say, that was the year that I changed my financial future. So having said all that, have a great week, have a great holiday, and we'll see you next Monday. Take care.